Okay, let's get started. I've got some really bad lighting here. Again, if you didn't see my earlier video on how to build a mosaic using Target Scheduler, my webcam crashed, so I'm using one of my Fuji film cameras, my Fuji X H2S, and I don't really have the proper lighting here, so it looks kind of weird. I might not even have this level, so let me see if I can level it. There we go. Got a green line there. All right. So what I wanted to do was show you a little bit about the Target Scheduler container. And let's take a look here. Right now, the weather is not optimal in at Starfront. There's some high clouds. Let's go over here and let's refresh this. So this is kind of the current state, and you can see off in the distance there's some clouds. But for this purpose, I think I'm going to kick off a sequence here. I have both my telescopes ready to go, but I want to show you what to expect when you start your sequence when you're using Target Scheduler. So let's go over to my Edge HD8 and let's just take a quick look at the sequence. Again, if anyone wants me to go through detail on my sequence, I'll be happy to do it, but that's not the purpose tonight. But what I wanted to show was this here, Target Scheduler container. Right now you see nothing in it. There's nothing there. But our expectation tonight is if we run the scheduler preview, that this is what's going to run. So I ran this earlier. Let's run it again and see if anything has changed. I just released a video where I built a 4-panel mosaic for NGC 281 Pac-Man Nebula. So but again, going back to the sequence, here's the container. Once we start imaging, and now the quality of these data that I'm collecting, I may wind up throwing it away, and that's okay. But for the purposes of this demonstration, it'll work. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to start the sequence on my Edge HD8. And what you'll notice here is you get this message. The following potential issues have been found with the sequence. No target set. Correct. There's no target set yet. So start sequence anyway? Yeah. We'll start the sequence. And we're kind of stepping through the Edge HD8, and I think I'm gonna flip over here to my Red Cat, and again similar thing, the sequence, it's really built around the Target Scheduler container. Nothing happening right now. What do we expect to see tonight if we run Target Scheduler for the Red Cat? We're going to run it. Okay, so I got some data still to collect for the elephant trunk, and then Sharpless 2 129, going to collect some data on that, and then some on M31. So that's what's up for the Red Cat tonight. So let's go back here, and what we're going to see here, I've got all my equipment connected. I'm going to start the sequence, and again I get that message. the following potential issues have been found with the sequencer, or with the sequence. No target set. Start sequence anyway. Yeah. So, got robocopy starting. It's opening my flat panel. If you look up in this area up here, I've already cooled the camera to -5, so that's good. And then it's going to kick off an autofocus. And what you see up here in the top corner is the safety monitor. So again, I read a file at Starfront observatories where my telescopes are, and that file tells me what the status is of the roof, whether the roof is open or closed. So right now the roof is open, so it is safe. And now if they were to close the roof, this would go to unsafe. And then once no longer safe, it would start a shutdown sequence here. And if anyone has any interest in that, I'd be happy to do a video on that. But tonight I wanted to just kind of show what happens when you start your sequence. I even have kind of a target scheduler monitor here. And again, you see over in this area here that the status is inactive. But once we start to move towards the first target, then we'll start to populate this, and we'll start to see some activities here. So, all right, so we're close to finishing the autofocus there. Okay. 5 minutes, 18 seconds. And then we're progressing on the Redcat 51. Again, with the high clouds, I'm expecting less than favorable guiding and those type of things. But again, just to kind of do this demo tonight, I thought I'd kick them off. I generally, when there's a lot of clouds, high clouds moving through, I generally take the night off. But which is kind of easy to do when you don't have to yank everything out of your garage, set everything up, you know, in your backyard or whatever, or drive a whole bunch of miles, like to the Southern California deserts like I was doing, and then yank everything out of the van, set it up, only to have clouds come in. Clouds come in now, I just kind of bring down my my two telescopes, just, you know. All right, so here we're doing a plate solve. So this stuff is kind of boring. Oh, but now we can see that the first target, M27, is in focus, in the sense this is going to be the first target. And if we go into we were expecting M17, but because of the time of the night that I've started, we've kind of missed this window here. So now it's going into the second window, the second target in the list. Okay, we're doing our plate solve. And then let's go, we'll let this finish. Okay. Oh, that was pretty quick. All right, now again, I wouldn't focus too much on what you might see as far as guiding metrics tonight with the high clouds and all that. But now let's go and look into the sequence. And now you see that we've got activity in the window, in the target scheduler container. Shows what we're doing, coordinates. It's going to stay on this target until 2:02 p.m. And right now in Texas, where these telescopes are, it's 10:46 p.m. And then you see what it's doing. It's slew, before target, dither, switch filter, take exposure, and so there'll be a rolling set of information here as the imaging progresses, updating what's happening. You can see that information in this window here. I run this little window here to let me know what's going on in abbreviated kind of form. So as we see here, we're on the HA filter, which is being reflected here. It's going to be 300-second exposure. And then, all right, we got quite a long time before we hit the meridian on this one. All right, well, let me wrap this up. I just got an alert about my camera is reaching its heat limit. That must mean this is a long video. All right, if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. As always, like, share, and subscribe. I apologize for the poor lighting. It'll get better. And give me your feedback of is any of this interesting to you, and what specific to target scheduler that I may not have covered would you like me to cover? I'll be happy to do it. Other than that, I hope you have clear skies wherever you may be in the world and you're having fun imaging. All right. Have a good night.